To some news that's just come in this morning, we've learnt that the international hacking collective Anonymous has accessed the personal email account of Foreign Minister Murray McCully. Now, some official emails had been forwarded to that account, but it's believed no sensitive information was accessed. Still, the hack raises some pretty serious questions about how easily accessible some of our top information is. Vikram Kumar from Internet New Zealand joins us now. Good morning to you.
Good morning.
How serious a breach is this? Have we had any sort of precedent for this before?
It's not serious in the sense of that webmail such as the one offered by Telecom Extra has been accessed. It happens all the time. It is serious that it's a minister's account, and it's a personal account, but it's a minister's account that has been hacked. So I think it raises a whole lot of serious questions.
Yeah, let's deal with the first one, because so it's not uncommon for your Extra account to be hacked?
Well, I wouldn't pick on Extra alone. I would say it's not uncommon for all web-based email to get hacked in some way or the other.
Okay, cool. Now, should then a minister, given what you've said there, should a minister, a foreign affairs minister with potentially very sensitive information, have been forwarding it to his Extra account?
So, according to the story that I read, it said that there are no guidelines in place for ministers to forward emails to their personal account. I find that extraordinary. I'm not sure whether we should be more worried that there are no guidelines in place, or the fact that there are guidelines and we're being told there are no guidelines. But anyone who works for government, whether it's a public service or a politician, they're aware of the information guidelines that have been set out, which sets out different levels of confidentiality and risks that are there, and lays out different ways to handle them. And so to say that we have no guidelines in place, it's surely extraordinary. Because
presumably Foreign Affairs' emails would be very difficult to hack on their own. Is that right?
That's right. So as long as emails stay within the government systems and parliamentary systems, they're quite secure. Nevertheless, email as a way of communicating between people should always be regarded as writing on an open postcard.
Tell us about Anonymous. What do you think they were targeting here? Is this to do with the whole anti-piracy debate that's raging and has been raging for some time, including in New Zealand?
It's really hard to say because there just isn't enough information. And one of the things we find really disturbing is that everyone seems to be quite content in brushing it off as a one-off incident. There's a large number of questions that haven't been answered. So coming back to Anonymous, we'd like to see some real hardcore evidence that it was Anonymous. Anonymous itself is a fairly loose group of a number of people who belong to a community. So we probably want to think of Anonymous as a community. And what we'd like to see is some sort of evidence that it was Anonymous in the first place, and secondly, which part of that anonymous community it was.
All right, more to come then on this story. Thank you very much for your time, Vikram Kumar from Internet New Zealand.